Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Dick Jerardi. Danny has the day off. PA Derby Day was as good as we could have possibly expected last Saturday. The day before PA Day at the races was excellent as well, but we had a situation out here last Wednesday, and I've been coming to tracks for, I don't know, more than 4 decades, that I have never seen before, and it speaks to the bravery of jockeys and sometimes what they will do for each other. So, in the 7th race on Wednesday, Soleil Lute was the favorite with Abner Adorno, and Michael Sanchez, our leading rider, was riding Dark Devil. And we'll let Jeff Maddie, the executive director of the PTHA, pick up what happened next as you watch the video.
You know, it was a horseman putting the well-being of another horseman first and foremost. It wasn't worried about purse money or win tickets or anything like that. It was just the well-being of a person, and I think we all learned that. You know, it's one of the first things we learn as people growing up. It's to help others when they can, and Michael Sanchez had an opportunity to do so. He veered his horse over up the backstretch to assist Abner Adorno, who going into the first turn, the reins broke on his horse. He had no control. After both of the individuals passed the outrider, Michael realized at that point that Abner could be in serious trouble, and he acted, and God willing, everything worked out great. And I think everyone's in awe. You know, I wish Michael or Abner was here to talk to you today, but it's a testament to their career and their dedication to the sport. Michael's down at Laurel, and Abner's on his way to Penn National, so I'm here by default. But it's just a true testament to Michael and everyone up in that room. You know, it's a brotherhood, it's a family, and we're very lucky to represent both riders. And in this case, we're very lucky that and happy and gracious that Michael acted accordingly, and everything worked out great.
So for the layman, the best way to explain this is Abner Adorno is now in a car without a steering wheel.
And without
brakes and an accelerator that you can't get off of because the horse is not going to slow down like a car would if you stopped accelerating. None of us have any idea what that must feel like, but it had to be terrifying.
Yeah, I sure as heck don't know what it feels like. I guess you would, you know, kind of compare it to a Tesla. You know, I guess when another horse is in front of a horse, you hope that it's going to slow down. Yep. Again, that wasn't a guarantee, but you know, there was definitely the racing gods were looking down. Everything worked out great. I spoke to both jockeys this morning. I spoke to both trainers involved, Mr. Silvino Ramirez and Mr. Service. Both their horses came back okay. Both riders are okay. Like I said, they'll be riding today, and it's a great story, and it's a great testament to our jockey colony, and the PTHA. Our motto is horsemen helping horsemen. That couldn't have been on display better on Wednesday.
To the Pennsylvania Derby, last Saturday's feature race, 14 of 15, $1 million. Grade 1, our favorite at 7-5 was Baeza, the horse that had been knocking on the door all year long against the heavyweights in the division. Sovereignty and Journalism finally was in a spot with that. Either one of them. Gosker was the second choice. He's another horse who'd been run great in the Haskell, great in the Preakness, had to settle for second. Here's Jessica Paquette with the Pennsylvania Derby.
They go by the finish line for the first time. David of Athens presses the issue with So Sandy to the outside. Goal-oriented Altobelli skims the rail. Magnitude, Big Trust, they're in very tight. Gosger goes a little bit wide. Then it's Baeza, followed by Moplex, and Happily Delusional takes off the pace. So Sandy leads the way, his 3/4 of a length over David of Athens. Goal-oriented tracks in third. He's in the clear. Then it's a wall of horses chasing behind. Gosger right in between Magnitude, Altobelli. He's in on the rail. Baeza's unhurried. Then to his outside, Moplex, and at the back, Happily Delusional. So Sandy goes through an opening quarter, 23 flat. They head down the backstretch. So Sandy continuing to press the issue. David of Athens, goal-oriented. He holds his spot in third. Then it's Magnitude to his outside. Gosger right in between horses. Big Truz. They continue on 46-3 with less than a half mile to go. And So Sandy has been resilient, but he has had plenty of company. Goal-oriented on the outside, ups the tempo. In between horses, David of Athens, he's persistent as well. On the outside, Gosger is beginning to move, and Baeza, he's gotten the cue. He's making up ground with every stride. Goal-oriented has taken the lead as they go around the far turn in the Pennsylvania Derby. Looming on the outside, Baeza, he's continuing to rally, and it's Goal-oriented who hits the top of the stretch with the lead. Goal-oriented, Baeza continuing to charge at his outside. So Sandy, he's not done, he's fighting on. Baeza up to confront Goal-oriented. Goal-oriented is fighting on gamely. Magnitude's on the scene late. It is Baeza who is kicking clear. There's a 16th left, and Baeza, Magnitude flying late, but Baeza gets his moment in the sun in the Pennsylvania Derby.
Baeza was absolutely brilliant. If I said it once on our live show. I said it 10 times. I said he was ready to run the race of his life. And he did. 105 buyer. He was sensational. John Sheriff's had this horse beyond ready. And here's the trainer with Maggie Wolfendale.
That had to be so gratifying.
Oh, absolutely. And gratifying is the exact right word to use because he's been so close. And we felt he had so much talent and he could win one of these. So I'm just so happy it was today in the Pennsylvania Derby. I watched the tape of all the Pennsylvania Derby winners over the last 20 years. And there have been some fabulous horses that have run in this race. So I'm really proud of Baeza today.
You should be. And talk a little bit about his trip. You know, I thought he settled so beautifully. And when Hector tipped him out, he was there every inch of the way.
Yeah, no, I thought so too. He broke okay. He was a little back, but Hector didn't let him relax. He kept him in it, right? He kept him connected with the field. Yep. And then down the backside, he kind of inched up and got himself in a better position. And I was telling Hector, you know, in the paddock, I said, you know, this race track sort of rides like a turf course, right? You have to be loaded at the top of the lane, and then you have to be very patient and use it just at the right time.
And boy, did he deliver. Congratulations. I know how closely you work with all of your horses, and here's Hector now. Job well done, sir.
Master. Thank you so much. I appreciate it for the opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So let's talk about the Cotillion now. 1 million, grade 1, 3-year-old fillies, and it looked like a championship was on the line. I mean, we had 3 grade 1 winners in here, right? Scottish Lassie, La Cara, Kentucky Oaks winner, Good Cheer. Turned out Scottish Lassie was the very slight 8-5 favorite. Good Cheer was also 8-5. But not exactly what we thought was going to happen actually did happen. Here's Jess with the call of the Cotillion.
And Dry Powder hustles up to assert herself early as they go into the first turn. Dry Powder goes a bit wide. La Cara, she skims the rail. Then it's Indy Bay. Scottish Lassie settles in pretty tight on the rail in the white blinkers. Good Cheer, she's into 4th. Then it's Clico. She's unhurried. She's into 6th. Our Daydreaming Girl, she's at the back, 7th and last. They go through the first turn, 23-3 the opening quarter. And La Cara, she has a half-length advantage on the outside. Dry Powder tracks in 2nd. Then it's Clico. Good Cheer, she moves up into 3rd. Indy Bay still in on the rail. Then back to Scottish Lassie. She and Daydreaming Girl, they're in no rush. They're at the back. And La Cara continues to set the pace with pressure from Dry Powder. 47-1. La Cara, she leads the way. Dry Powder sticks with her. Then it's Good Cheer. Clico in between. Indy Bay, she's in 3rd. She's in on the rail. Scottish Lassie beginning to inch a little bit closer. Nothing yet from our Daydreaming Girl. They head into the far turn. And La Cara, she's faced on the outside by Dry Powder. They head through the far turn. 47-1 for the half. La Cara under pressure from Dry Powder now. They're on even terms. Clico, she's in 3rd, beginning to gain. Then it's back to Good Cheer. Scottish Lassie, she's into 5th. Our Daydreaming Girl, she's getting in gear from the back. And on the front end, it is Dry Powder. She's running a huge race. La Cara continues to fight on. Clico found her momentum down the center of the track. And our Daydreaming Girl, she is gaining late, flying down the center of the track. Clico with a narrow lead. Our Daydreaming Girl continues to charge. A 16th left. Clico trying to hold off. Dry Powder to the inside, fights on. Clico down to the line. Get that champagne ready. Clico's the winner of the Cotillion.
So none of the big 3 were around, but major credit to Clico, the Indiana Oaks winner, who was really impressive in winning the race, but also major credit to our Daydreaming Girl and trainer Lou Linder, the 6 at 42-1, making a late charge for Lou to come in a very, very close 3rd. Here is Maggie after the race with winning trainer Brendan Walsh.
Brendan, I know you guys are confident coming in here with Clico, but she really stamped herself as a top 3-year-old filly.
Yeah, huge question for her today, Maggie, taking on these fillies, but you know, she kept improving all year, and we knew she was sitting on a big one. It was a question of whether it was going to be big enough, and for her, it's all her. I mean, she's just a star.
So no championships decided in that race, as none of the big 3 got it done, but we have much more from Pennsylvania Derby Day right after this.
And leading the way, Madhouse, he's under pressure from Fire Pit as they head toward...
So Kevway Nissan. Nissan just makes sense. You get the best mix of style, reliability, and tech without breaking the bank.
Why Chapman Nissan?
It's our team. We make sure you're not just getting any deal, but you're getting the right deal. We're friendly, transparent, and really want you to love what you drive. We make it easy to drive off in a Nissan you want at a price you'll really feel great about. We take care of people with top-notch service, flexible financing, and a no-pressure vibe that is truly stress-free. Huge selection, a great price, and a team that's got your back. That's us. Chapman Nissan.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots.
others the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw.
I'm tapped in, I'm tapped in.
But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Bet Parks app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Shake those pearls, Meemaw.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Go Racing. One of the co-features last Saturday was the $400,000 Gallon Bob 6 furlongs. Blink and you'll miss it. The overwhelming favorite here, the $3.2 million purchase, Barnes, is 2-5 for Bob Baffert. It really looked on paper like a one-horse race, but they do not run these on paper, and sometimes weird things happen at the start of a race. Check out Barnes at the start. He's number 5. Here's the Gallon Bob with Jess.
As they head on with a half mile to go, 21-2, and leading the way, Madhouse. He's under pressure from Fire Pit as they head towards the far turn. They're kicking clear from the field. On the inside, Madhouse, Fire Pit, and on the outside, beginning to move, Neo Equos. He's into third. The Gateskeeper, he's in between horses. Donut God, he's fifth. Then it's Retribution as they go around the far turn, leading the way, Madhouse and Fire Pit. These two have been in tandem throughout. Barnes is getting in gear from the back, but he has so much work to do. Madhouse, Fire Pit, these two, nothing really separating them. Gateskeeper on the outside, he's making up some ground. Retribution's found his stride. Barnes down the center of the track has so much work to do, and it's Madhouse who has a 16th left. Fire Pit chases gamely on the far outside. Barnes, and it's going to be Madhouse. Madhouse gets the win, an upset in the Gallon Bob Stakes.
So Barnes was so far out of it, you could barely see him on the screen. He comes charging late to be a not non-threatening fourth. The winner, wire to wire at 23-1, is Madhouse. Second at 83-1, Gateskeeper. Third, Fire Pit at 56-1. That's a serious trifecta. Here's Maggie post-race with the winning trainer.
4th win in a row for Madhouse. He is doing so well right now.
He is. I'm really proud of the colt. Like I said, took him a long time to come into himself, but he's getting it figured out now, and he's showing what he's got.
I was going to say, he looks so confident out there. He has an abundance of speed, and he uses it to his advantage.
Yeah, he gets a little worked up, but he calmed down a little bit once he got on the racetrack and did his job.
Have you been to Parks before?
No, this is the first time I've been here.
This is amazing. Primarily based at Canterbury, Midwest.
Yeah.
How cool is it to just be here in this winner's circle on such a big day with a horse like this?
Very, very fun. It was a nice experience.
The Parks Sprint was race 15 at the end of the 8-hour marathon on Saturday. A lot of locals in here, including our 2-1 favorite, Bucarino, for trainer Freddie Velasquez and jockey Paco Lopez, trying to finish off a sensational day. The question about this race is, how is it going to be run? Who's the speed? Really fun race, as always, the Gallon Bob.
And the battle on the front end rages. Maximus Meridius puts his neck in front. Bucarino goes with him on the outside. Damon's Mound in the pink silks. The gray Hold My Bourbon. They zip through an opening quarter, 22 flat, and head into the far turn. Maximus Meridius under pressure from Bucarino. Damon's Mound looms to the outside. They are beginning to inch away from the rest of the field. Then it's Hold My Bourbon. Caramel Chip, he's under a drive. Bernie's Mitts. Full Moon Madness is in on the rail. 24 Mamba still at the back. Bump and Run, and 3 across the track. It is a 3-horse battle. Maximus Meridius, Bucarino, Damon's Mound, the half, 44-2. 3 hit the top of the stretch together, trying to come up the rail. Hold My Bourbon, he's full of run on the outside. Full Moon Madness, Caramel Chip, Bucarino, and Maximus Meridius, they are going on. It's Bucarino who has the lead, but the closers are coming. Damon's Mound, Full Moon Madness, Bucarino is game. There's the 16th left.
Bucarino was fast from the start. He was brave in the middle, and it just ran away from the field at the end. What a cool horse this is. Paco gets win number 4, $299 on the year. And Freddie Velasquez, our Hall of Famer, talks to Danny Gibson after the race.
What a heart of a champion. How much does it mean to meet at home with your family here?
Oh, forget about it. It's no comparison. It's no word to say it, you know. He's a tough horse. He run hard. He give it whatever he got.
Well, I know you're day in and day out in the barn, Freddie. You've done a fabulous job with them. Congratulations and enjoy your win.
Thank you very much, thank you.
On to the Park Start Mile, always a cool race on the PA Derby Day card. The favorite is Nelson Avenue for trainer Jorge Abreu, who had Scottish Lassie in the cotillion. Didn't work out so well there. Let's see how it happens here. Coastal Mission, last year's winner, is in here for Jeff Ronco, and Farmel Power for Lou Linder. Remember, he finished first a couple of years ago. He got DQ'd, then they put him back up. Here's this year's Park Start Mile.
and Dilger has been confidently handled as they go through the far turn. Dilger, concealed carry, continues to chase gamely. Coastal Mission on the outside. Nelson Avenue, Farmo Power continues to advance, making up some ground. They go through the far turn, top of the stretch. Dilger says, come and catch me on the outside. Coastal Mission trying to do just that. Coastal Mission trying to reel in Dilger. Nelson Avenue looks for a seam in between horses. He's running a big race as well. Dilger trying to fend them off on the outside. Nelson Avenue gaining with the 16th left. Nelson Avenue has found his stride. Dilger fights on. Nelson Avenue up in time in the Park Start Mile.
It turned out to be a stretch battle between one Hall of Fame jockey, Joel Rosario, on Nelson Avenue, and another who's headed that way, Irad Ortiz on Dilger. Nelson Avenue gets up to win it by a half a length, the Park Start Mile. On to the Liberty Bell Stakes, where on paper it looked like a two-horse race, and a lot of money came in late on the butchering trained Carmelina, who was awesome in her last race. Mystic Lake was the second choice at 6-5. She comes off a powerhouse win in the Pink Ribbon at Chucktown. Let's see what happens in the Liberty Bell.
Mystic Lake has some company coming. Carmelina, Volleyball Princess, they have their sights set on her as they go around the far turn. And leading the way, Mystic Lake. Carmelina, she's in second. Volleyball Princess. Then it's Factor Bella, a big gap back to Confirmed Star, making up a bit of ground. Bella Queen, but she has her work to do. And at the back now is Beach Days. And Mystic Lake has shaken them off so far. The half, 44 flat. Volleyball Princess swings to the outside, trying to make things interesting at Mystic Lake. She's led throughout. Volleyball Princess continues to game. Carmelina running a big race to the outside. Mystic Lake, that lead is dwindling. There's the 16th left. Volleyball Princess keeps on coming. Bella Queen's on the scene late. Mystic Lake, she is going to go gate to wire.
So never in doubt, really. Once Mystic Lake made the lead, they were not going to catch her. Carmelina really did not fire, but again, Lou Linder had himself a day. The 6th Volleyball Princess up for second at 13-1. On to the Greenwood Cup. No next this year to demolish the field by 10 lengths or 25 lengths. Instead, we have a favorite, a Brazilian bred, the 4, No Bien Ni Mal, comes in for Paulo Lobo. Only one race in this country. Sources 3-5. A lot of these haven't been this mile and a half. Let's see how they do in the Greenwood Cup.
And leading the way still is Digital Ops. Double Your Money continues to press. No Bien Ni Mal. Praetorian Guard, he's in fourth and beginning to advance on the inside. Calibrate. Then it's back to Repo Rocks and My Imagination still last. And the battle persists and Double Your Money puts his neck in front. Digital Ops tries to counter. No Bien Ni Mal. He's gotten the cue and he looms on the outside. He revs up as they go around the far turn. Digital Ops is dropping back. Double Your Money has that lead, but now he has to contend with No Bien Ni Mal. Praetorian Guard has some momentum as well. They go around the far turn and all out Double Your Money. He's done all of the heavy lifting, but now he has to contend with No Bien Ni Mal. Looms to his outside. Double Your Money not giving up, but No Bien Ni Mal puts his nose in front. They're well clear of Praetorian Guard. There's the 16th left. No Bien Ni Mal has put away a stubborn Double Your Money, and No Bien Ni Mal, he's great in the Greenwood Cup.
So the favorite got it done by almost 2 lengths at the finish. Joel Rosario with 2 wins on the day on the PA Derby card, but major credit to Ben Dunn, the trainer of the 2, Double Your Money. That horse just never gave up, and the locals were very good on Saturday. And speaking of locals, PA Day at the races was Friday. We'll have those stakes races right after this, coming up right after this break on Let's Go Racing.
Beyond Expectations let out a notch. Now he has some daylight over 4 rivals.
This is Parks.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parks, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Friday, for the first time, they moved PA Day at the races to the day before the Pennsylvania Derby Day. It was an experiment. I think it'll come back next year. It was a fun day on Friday. First of the 3 stakes races, the Prince Lucky, $100,000. This is for Pennsylvania breds, also Pennsylvania's PA sired bred Stallion Series, so it's all PA all day long. We have a number of possibilities in here. The 8-5 favorite is Silhouette Cove for Bernie Houghton. Bernie Houghton also has your second choice, Come Prima, the 8 horse. See how it plays out in the Prince Lucky.
And Beyond Expectations continues to lead on the outside. The boys' warrior, El Golden Boy, Silhouette Cove and Come Prima. The field still pretty close together as they go into the far turn, and Beyond Expectations continues to hold that lead. The Boys Warrior moving on in second, then it's El Golden Boy. Silhouette Cove, Come Prima still fifth, but not far off. Beyond Expectations led out a notch, and now he has some daylight over 4 rivals chasing as they go through the far turn. It's still Beyond Expectations who leads the way. Come Prima swings to the outside, trying to reel him in, along with Silhouette Cove. Beyond Expectations trying to fend them off. Come Prima grinding away in second. On the outside, Silhouette Cove, and Beyond Expectations has kept them at bay, but company is coming. Come Prima with a late rally on the outside. Beyond Expectations is game on the lead, will not let Come Prima by. Come Prima one more swing down to the line. Beyond Expectations.
So Beyond Expectations finished first. You can see how close it was for my buddy Mark Reed and his wife Barbara. They bred the horse. They were looking at 50 grand. They got DQ'd. Cost them about 34. Come Prima ends up the winner. Trainer Bernie Houghton, and I caught up with Bernie after the race.
It was kind of a wild stretch ride. What'd you say?
Yeah, it was. They were both trying hard. My horse had a momentum, and that horse just came out. And like I say, I mean, you know, we took a shot, and the stewards felt that he did come out. And I do think if he stayed straight and my horse stayed straight, I would have nipped him at the wire.
Now we have the fillies version, $100,000 registered PA bred, 7 furlongs. The Imply Stakes, our favorite at 9 to 5, Carousel Queen for Parks Hall of Famer Scott Lake. Here's the Imply.
Marilyn M., Angel of Hope, has kept her company throughout. Up and Running, Double Arrow. Those two are in tandem. Then it's Carousel Queen. She's improved to 5th. Little Cocoa Bean has dropped back last. And Angel of Hope trying to shake off a stubborn Marilyn M. She now has the lead. Up and Running has her sights set on her. All the while, Carousel Queen revs up on the outside. Now 3 across the track. On the inside, Angel of Hope up and running. Carousel Queen full of run. She hits the top of the stretch. Carousel Queen has the lead to the inside. Up and running. Angel of Hope, she's back into 3rd after checking on heels. But it's Carousel Queen who has that lead. Chasing in 2nd, Up and Running. Carousel Queen kicking clear with the 16th left. And Carousel Queen and Michael Sanchez.
Always nice to see Scott Lake get a stakes win, and always great to talk to Scott after that happens. Here's my brief interview with Scott Lake.
And what was it about her? I mean, you've had 14 races. She's always been competitive. What was it about this spot you thought this would be the one?
Well, her going into her last race, she really started picking things up, and she ran a really good second. Michael, she's kind of a hard horse to ride. Michael rode her very well that day. That little break we had in between going into this race kind of really put things together for her. She worked tremendous, like 2 works in a row, so we were real confident.
We have one more stakes race to show you on Let's Go Racing this week from PA Day at the Races. We'll get to that right after this.
Dropline has led from the jump. 90% Maddie continues on in 2nd. Wild.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in.
But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Bet Parks app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Shake those pearls, Meemaw.
The Pennsylvania breeding program is the best program in the country. The Stallion Awards, the owner bonuses, also the restricted races and the stakes races for Pennsylvania breds. This year, 8 breeders are on track to earn over $200,000 in breeders' awards, and 2 could hit the $1 million mark. We have the best program in the country. Take advantage of the fantastic program that we have.
Learn more at pabred.com.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing, a 10-stake bonanza over 2 days. This is the last one. 1 mile and 70 yards on Friday. The Stormcat, again, $100,000. Your favorite Wild Vine at even money for our leading trainer and leading jockey, Jamie Ness and Michael Sanchez.
Dropline continuing by himself. 90% Maddie holds in 2nd. Houghton Shuffle to the outside. Kohlers. Then it's Market, Maven, Wildvine has 1 beat, and that is Capo, who's dropped back pretty abruptly. They go now into the far turn, and Dropline has led from the jump. 90% Maddie continues on in 2nd. Wildvine from off the pace. He's got in the queue. He's making a big rally up the inside. Dropline, 90% Maddie, Wildvine, Houghton Shuffle, and Kohlers. They're all chasing. Dropline as they go through the far turn. 46-4 for the half, and Dropline has that lead, but company is coming. 90% Maddie has been resilient, and Wildvine continuing with that big rally, 3 across the track. 90% Maddie running a huge race. Wild Vine in between has wrestled the lead away. On the outside, no quitting, 90% Maddie. He comes right back. On the inside, Wild Vine, 90% Maddie. Wild Vine, they take it down to the line. Photo for the win.
The favorite was just too late, and that cool 90% Maddie for LC Racing and Glenn Bennett gets up to win it by a nose. It only seemed fair after Butch Reed got DQ'd in the previous stake. They put him up. Here's my conversation with trainer Butch Reed.
90% Maddie, such a cool horse, Butch, to get a stake win without how much does that mean to you?
Yeah, really like it. It's been a great horse, a hard knocker. Tried everybody in New York last year, and in the top sprint races up there, and he gave it his all every time. And actually, we did a little switch. We put blinkers on him this time after, rare for a 5-year-old to get some blinkers, but it seems like it did the trick.
It was a great PA day at the races, and to tell us more about it, here's Brian Sanfratello, the executive secretary of the Breeders.
Brian, what was the thought in moving PA day at the races to the day before the Pennsylvania Derby?
Well, we wanted to have a big weekend for Pennsylvania, so Jeff Maddie from the PTHA and Joe Wilson and I decided that it'd be a good idea. We'll give it a shot and see what happens, and looks like it worked.
So you got 11 races for PA breds today, one more stake as we're talking. How cool has it been from your perspective?
Oh, great. $790,000 in purses. We had over 400 breeders up on the third floor today, and it was a fantastic day.
A lot of great racing around the country today. Keep in mind, this weekend, next weekend, big Breeders' Cup preview days at Santa Anita today. The Goodwood Stakes tomorrow at Delaware Park, the Delaware Handicap, Turf Classic today at Aqueduct. Rebels Romance, the 2-time winner of the Breeders' Cup Turf. Also the Lucas Classic at Churchill is today. And a little bit of news. Now, Brian Hernandez was injured. Torpedo Anna's regular rider, Kenny McPeak, has announced that the new rider will be Flavian Pratt. Unfortunately, Brian's not going to be able to make the Spinster or the Breeders' Cup. And I got to show you this. Check this book out. It's available now through the Hall of Fame in Saratoga. You can get it on their website. At every racetrack in the country. Great holiday book, Christmas book for everybody. And we have 2 chapters in here on parks and Garden State Park that I wrote, so check the whole book out. A lot of great writers, beautiful pictures in this book. Check it out. This is our last time until May on NBC Sports Philly. Thanks to all of our friends there who have made this so easy for us, and we love the partnership. But you can catch us. We'll still be on every week on YouTube, on Let'sGoRacingParks.com. We'll still be here. Danny will be back next week. Can't wait to see all of you out here at the racetrack. Until then, I'm Dick Jerardi. This has been Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the ray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna. 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna. The Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win. A narrow victory in the cotillion.